Welcome back to World of Warcraft Classic Blind. I'm somehow managing to stand on a single candle, which is truly fascinating. Some very improbable physics in this game. And outside, a giant ram. And a tiger. These things happen. Anyways, we're back in Ironforge. And we have at least 3 things we're doing here. Might be more depending on if we find anything. First up, we're going to access our bank.
What's on your mind?
Grab out some rough grinding stones and these fine thread that we got. We're gonna go make those pants. You can see them here. Runed copper pants. They don't have any runes on them, so I don't know how they're runed, but whatever. We've got the fine thread, we've got the grinding stones, but we don't have the copper bars. But we do have the copper ore, so that's not gonna be a problem. We have so much copper from our latest adventuring. This is the biggest. It's the biggest anvil. It's the great anvil. As opposed to these anvils, which are just anvils. And we even got some silver ore, which can make some silver bars. So that's pretty neat. I pressed create 1, so created 1, as you might expect. Now, we're not going to stand around and smelt all 42 of these right now. Pretty sure we only need 8 for what we're doing. But I'd like to have some more copper bars for later, so I'm going to make humorous comments about the surroundings while we make a few more of these at least. First up, where is this lava coming from? From the ceiling, falling off of a rock. It's not coming out of this weird bucket. I don't know what this bucket's for. But there's just... Oh, okay, that's a good angle. It's less deep than I thought it would be. Anyways, I still don't know how you actually smelt with this, because the molten whatever is literally falling off the sides, and there's no obvious bar castings along the edge that you would use, so just kind of silly. Also, is this really the best spot for the griffins to be? Right next to this pouring lava, or molten whatever. Is it lava? Looks like lava down there. Where's it coming from? How's this work? Alright, I think that's enough stalling. See? That's how you have to do things around here. What? What's going on over there? There's some interesting sounds. Anyways, blacksmithing. Make our runed copper pants. We already have those runed copper gauntlets. Runed copper pants. Create 1. Look at me go. Making pants. Living the dream. Blacksmithing increased to 72. Now let's look at these compared to what we have on right now. There's some weird stuff going on. They have an extra 53 armor, and instead of +2 agility, +2 strength. It's a lower level, but it's pretty good. I'll take +2 strength. That sounds like a good idea. And yes, I'd like them to be bound. So now these are soul bound, so I just have to sell these to a shop, which is unfortunate, but it's what you're gonna get.
You got my attention.
Copper claymore, copper dagger, coarse whetstone, blunt weapons, heavy copper maul, ruined copper belt, 86 armor as compared to my 61 armor. Thick war axe, which is just a main hand. +1 strength. It's pretty much the same as my axe I already have. Grandson we can't make yet. 86 armor as compared to 61. Might as well learn this. See what it takes to make a ruined copper belt over here. I'll take any upgrades I can get, honestly. Hey, we got everything we need. It's just a bunch of copper. It's just straight up piles of copper. I like that. I can dig that. And it's another upgrade for me. Alright, that's 2 things we get to sell. Yeah, compared to some of these other things. Yeah. We could probably get a few more levels out of the stuff we have. But I'm not too worried about it right now. Now, we did have that other quest for supplying something. They wanted me to make ruined copper belts. Oh. Well, those are easy to make. What's it to make the heavy copper maul, then? Do I even have that? Was that in the shop, maybe? I still need to buy that recipe? I think I saw something like that. For a heavy copper maul. Well, might as well. Since it's required for that quest. Not these quests usually end up being very worthwhile, really. So what's it take to make the heavy copper maul? Heavy copper maul. Flux, light leather. I think I found a few light leather, but I think I just sold it to a shop or something. So that might have been a mistake. So that's another thing to be looking out for, is light leather. Because I think you can just buy this from the actual shop. Anyways. So we're looking for light leather and more copper to finish that quest. But a quest we can complete right now is report to Ironforge in the Explorers League area. So that is over here. Look at that. I can't see my knees anymore. Man, those look really fancy. And they match with my... actually match. My ruined copper pants match with my ruined copper gauntlets. Who would have thunk it? We still have a regular chain binding, so. But we have this nice shirt as our undershirt. So we got that going for us, which is nice. Total armor at 959 armor. Damage reduction against equivalent level monsters, 33%. Wow. Ain't that something? Anyway, here's the guy we needed to talk to.
How are you?
Report to Ironforge. We Stormpikes don't like being bothered with trivial matters, warrior. I hope you brought news worthy of my valuable attention. Yes. Yes, I did. Curse that Iron Band. I sent him a load of blast powder weeks ago, and he made no mention of it in this report. So, where'd that blast powder go? Oh, I know. I've known this entire time. I just haven't spoken up about it, because I'm silly like that, apparently. Money, 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 money. Let's try this again. If Iron Man still needs blast powder, then by Magni, he'll have it. I sent the approval on ahead with a messenger to Jern Hornhelm in Thelsmar. He'll prepare the powder and other supplies to take to Iron Band. And one more thing, I want you to personally see that shipment of powder reaches its destination. The last one didn't, so keep your mind sharp and your eyes open.
Safe travels.
Sounds like an escort quest to me. Which I don't know if we've had one of those yet, so could be interesting. Alright, next up, we want to go down to the military ward. Because we got level 18 recently, and we should have new abilities unlocked. Now, whether or not those are going to be abilities we're going to buy and be able to make use of is a whole nother question, but... Okay, now we got a whole bunch of different... What's going on over here? We got all sorts of little exclamation points.
Salutations! Daylight's burning.
What are you doing, guys? Curious. Also, I think I remember when we went to Ironforge, or we're in Ironforge, we went to Stormwind on the tram that one time. I think I saw another quest from the rat guy. So I'm gonna go see if that's the same quest again, and if so, might as well. Well, maybe not. Thought I did. Let's go get a closer look just in case. Maybe not. Maybe it was on the other side. I don't really remember. Oh well. I'm trying over here. Trying to find things to do. But I decided to come in here and check anyways, because this would be like the only time we would ever come in here since we're right nearby. Since we don't have to take the tram anymore. We can take the griffins. Because we found that flight point. Which is very nice. It's what you'd like to see. Look how this guy just stands up on top of here. King of Gnomes stands up on top of his spinning gear thingy. You do you, fam. You do you. Anyways, on to where we were actually going. Every time you go into a different area, it closes your inventory. Slightly annoying, but oh well. If it's upgrades to the abilities we already have, I'm all for that. Warrior trainer.
Interesting.
I require warrior training. Only the task. Mocking blow. Threat. Thunderclap rank 2. So we already have Thunderclap. Currently, it blasts nearby enemies, increasing the time between their attacks by 10% for 10 seconds. 10 damage will affect up to 4. So this is just a damage upgrade to Thunderclap, which, that's okay. I could go for that. 30 silver. It's an option. Revenge requires defensive stance, counterattack. What's about it? Parry. Shield block. Blocks 1 attack. Disarm. It's on the enemy's weapon for 10 seconds. Yeah, it looks like a lot of stuff is in like the defensive stance. And these first two require such and such. So, for the time being, I'm just going to get the improvement to Thunderclap. Because that's just a straight upgrade for the... Not too often, but often enough if we get into instances where we need Thunderclap. Another guy with the maybe later quest thing.
Keep your feet on the ground.
So, nothing new there apparently. Alright.
I can't use that.
So we do have these 2 recipes that we're not good enough at cooking to use yet. And this enchant weapon formula. So let's see if we can maybe sell that. Sometimes you just get stuck on things. Happens. Alright, we've got a formula enchant weapon. Minor Beast Slayer. These people are selling these for 86 silver. Is that something that's actually purchased for that price? Is that just the price and then the buyout price? Hmm. Ooh. Lesser Beast Slayer. It's even more. That's a lot more. See, these ones have different prices there and there. Does anybody not have any? Well, I'm going to undercut it a little bit because I'm not entirely convinced these are actually being sold, because they look like they're just the same price. Let's see what it gives me as a starting price. 1 silver. Now, I'm not sure if I put this in for too high of a price. Well, let's give it a starting price. Say, like, I don't know, 10. I have no idea how much this is actually worth. About price of 80. Sure. If we can get anything out of this, that's good for me. Honestly, I'm not going to get my hopes up. And then I'm going to be keeping these, because we'll be able to use them eventually. Also these silver bars, which I'm not sure what those are for, but they're very shiny, so I like them.
Talk to me.
It's getting actually pretty full, which isn't great. I'm gonna try to do some cooking. Maybe. Then we'll have to go to a shop to sell off these items.
I have the finest wires in the land.
Okay. So I think we're going to go back to Thelsamar, because we have a quest to go there. Also, there's a cooking area there. I'm definitely going to get myself to at least 80, so I'll bring that recipe at least.
Interest you on a pint?
Let's look at our cooking recipes we have available. There's the complicated blood sausage, the mud snapper, and the beer-basted boar ribs. So we're going to be cooking mud snappers mostly here. So if we do anything with this chunk of boar meat, we need the... And that's just that's actual just crag boar ribs. So can I even do anything with this chunk of boar meat? Or this bear meat? The bear meat's acquired in the blood sausage, which is more effort than it's worth. But the actual just plain old boar meat, that's wolf meat. Chunk of boar meat. Yeah, it looks like that's just a low-level thing. Which might actually not give me any cooking experience.
What can I do for you?
Anyways, over to Thalsamar. There's that button again. Land at the next available flight master. So, yeah. I guess you can queue up longer journeys. Anyways, let's just get to Thalsamar here. The lack of instant travel mechanics is actually an interesting take on it. Makes it so you can't just zip around between everywhere. But I think there's certain classes or something that can teleport. But not me. I'm just a lowly warrior. It's truly beyond me. So yeah, these are in green, so I don't think these can even possibly get me a level, unfortunately. Ah, they did. Look at that. And another one. Well, what do you know? If I would have gotten just a tiny bit luckier on that, I would have gotten 3, and then I would have just been able to
What can I do for you?
have it right now. So, not gonna be able to use the bear meat, and I don't need this boar meat. And this is a additional, doesn't fit in the stack mud snapper.
Feet on the ground.
Unfortunately, that's got us to cooking 79, so we're 1 fish shy, hilariously. So let's see where we... Another guy with his fancy symbol. Alright. Where is the guy we needed to talk to for this next part of... Looks like he's in here. Based on the map symbol. Explorers League guy. Hey guy, let's try this again, shall we?
Great to meet you.
Powder to Ironband. What? Stormpike wants you to personally see the shipment to Ironband? I suppose that's fine. The only problem is, I've already sent Holdar with the porters, Miriam and Sam. You just missed them. They left just a short while ago. It's not too late, though. You're welcome to go look for Holdar. He can't have made it very far. Strong as they are, Miriam and Sam can only move so fast. Eden, so fast, laden down with those barrels. They're taking the normal route to the site, leaving south out of town and following the curve of the lock. Shouldn't have a problem finding them, unless they've already gotten there.
Keep your feet on the ground.
Okay. Now, is this going to be those guys that we already saw? Because that would be a little bit silly. They just left. We just told them to leave. They couldn't have left earlier because they hadn't been told to leave before this point. But if these are the guys we already saw before, that's kind of silly. I could see that being possible with the way that the world doesn't change in any way, shape, or form. Bears. Bears all over my place. All up in my face. Oh, you want some? Hello. Yes, please attack.
Need more.
More bear meat I can't make use of without all the other things. I mean, yeah, I could run around the area like I did for the quest to get all the different parts to make the fancy food. It's just a lot of work, you know? It's gonna be them, isn't it? Yep. But didn't they say there's supposed to be like 3 people? I found them. We're being attacked by dark irons. Well, that is more interesting. Now there are 3 people. What's going on over here? There's some weird stuff going on. Agamar, Karen Swiftooth. What is going on? What were those guys? Hey, I found some money. Okay. Oh no. Cian is dead. That's why he didn't appear, because he was dead.
How are you?
Interesting. Delivering these barrels to the excavation site is hard work, but there are so many depending on us to get the blast out of there. Let's do what we can against the Dark Irons, which just attacked us. Resupply and excavation. Humph. It'll take more than a Dark Iron ambush to stop the deliveries. But, Cian. I would have never suspected him to be one of their sympathizers. Oh, he was a sympathizer? I didn't even... The battle was so chaotic, I didn't even realize. We've been working with him for almost a year now. Yeah, I missed the signs. We'll consider that later. After the ambush. We've been hauling the barrels of powder back and forth in trips before this business. Now we have to split up the work. Mirren's taking the barrels, and I'm watching over the other ones. Gosh, that's not a good plan. I don't feel safe letting Mirren haul the rest of the shipment by himself. When he's ready to go, maybe you could escort him to the next trip.
What's
Sounds
your
like a
bet?
plan to me.
What's
Mirren.
on your mind?
Hello, warrior. You'll be escorting me to the excavation site. That's good to hear. After Cian and his cronies, who knows what else the Dark Irons might have up their sleeves. Anyways, just let me make some file checks. Talk to me when you're ready to go. Was that a quest? To turn around and talk to that guy? Amazing. Protecting the shipment. Ready to go, Eric Erickson? First, we need to get the power to Iron Band. It'll be a lot for me to carry, and these parts can get dangerous, and who knows what else the Dark Irons might have in store for me. I'll feel a lot better with you coming along. Should Mirren and the shipment arrive at the excavation site, then inform Professor Ironband. You'll be ordered. You'll choose one of these. Foreman's Belt or Mud Stompers. Oh my gosh. See, this belt, it's got some stats on it, that's great, but it's cloth that has 16 armor. Meanwhile, these boots are better than my boots and have 3 stamina on them. So that's the one we're going to be taking, obviously. It's always nice when at least one of the things is an upgrade. Imagine if you were like a ranger or whatever, uses the leather armor, and this belt wasn't an upgrade, and these boots you couldn't wear. Or maybe it's different depending on your class, I don't know. I have no idea what things are different. I don't know what things are in the first place. So anyways, yes, I would like those boots.
Be good.
Let's go. Where we going? And we're walking. And we're walking. You walk slower than you walk in the typical escort mission. Now, what we're going to do is we're not going to walk next to the spiders. Mirren, did you hear us? Do you hear me? We're not going to walk next to the spiders. Evasive action, my friend. Now, it's entirely possible that nothing could happen, but it wouldn't exactly be the most interesting introduction to the escort quest if you just literally walk there slower than normal. See? You got attacked by a spider. What'd I tell you, man? How hard is it to walk through a forest and not get attacked by giant spiders? Seriously, man.
I can't do that yet. Not enough.
Mirren, you absolute maniac. And then he just starts walking off like nothing happened. Okay, now we have 2 of the 3 items. Mirren, you stay there. I'm gonna kill this boar. If we can get the 3 items, we can just cook that to get our final level we needed. But knowing how things work, we're never gonna get the boar intestines that we need.
Out of range.
I'm supposed to be helping this guy. Instead, I'm fighting boars. Because I'm very competent. Have you regretted your decisions yet? Because you should. You should be. Is that it? He just walks into some spiders and then we're done? What a guy. What a guy. Well, technically I think we can still get a level from this boar meat, but... eh. He only has one hand to defend himself.
That ability isn't ready yet. Not enough range.
What if the spiders was just a random thing that they did? Yeah. What? You didn't need my help. I only have my hand to defend myself. Literally kicks his butt. Doesn't take any damage, like a maniac. Where are you going now? He walked back there to start walking back this way. So let's see what we got here. Isn't that really, really close to the belt that we would get for this quest? And a calico tunic. It's worse. It's a lot worse. Slightly concerned that there was a dark iron ambush that close to the excavation site. Don't like what that says. Here at last. Alright, Prospector Ironband.
You got my attention.
Yeah, look at this. 16 armor, 2 spirit, 2 stamina. 16 armor, 2 spirit, 2 intellect. What a random drop that was. Oh, thank the light, the powder is here. But it's troubling news that you bring as well. To think that the Dark Irons have sympathizers able to procure this sort of material for their dastardly plans. That's a matter for someone else to consider. Some other time. I must put this power to good use. And we will take those mud stompers.
Be good.
Soulbound. Oh my goodness. I didn't expect that. Since the image is just regular boot image, I didn't expect pink and purplish. And just after I got rid of my matching cape. How unfortunate. Is that it? Did you guys have a quest for me or something? So don't. that was off in a different direction. I don't even know where that is. Oh, I guess not. Kind of interesting that we wouldn't have another follow-up quest for that, but oh well. So long, old boots. And stuff we don't need. And super unnecessary spider bits. Look at this, look at this. Yes, yes, yes.
Watch your back.
How can there just be a fire there? Come on. Everywhere has a fire. Except for places that would like there to be a fire. Just give me intestines. That's all I'm asking for here. It's nothing. Nobody knows the struggles I've seen trying to get intestines. I mean, we've got 2 of the pieces. This is why I don't want to try to farm this kind of thing up. Because it's just annoying. And now they're back. See, even when we kind of change things, it just goes back to how it was.
Interest ya in a pint?
Are you here to help with the delivery? Mirren's just about ready.
What's your bet?
No. No, Holdar. It's already done, dude. That literally already happened. I finished that already. Does that count as a bug? That count as a bug? This ancient quest. Ancient game. Like, maybe if the items I needed for this fancy meal was 100% chance, it would still take 3 monster kills to be able to make 1 item. Instead, we get level 13 pants. Willow Pants of the Whale. 28 armor, 3 spirit, 3 stamina. I'm trying to get some intestines. Why'd you give me pants instead? That doesn't make sense. Where does a boar hold his pants? What's going on? There we go. And knowing my luck, the 4 chunks of boar meat that are trivial to create for the lowest level stuff is just going to give us a level anyway. But I guess we'll have 1 fancy sausage thingy for the next time we're in a more serious combat scenario. It'll go nicely with my sharpening stones that I never use, because I always forget to use them. And yes, we're running back, well, we could really run back to Thalsamar, because there's no more quests for us over there. And we might be able to find something of use in Thalsamar. And I know there is a cooking location there too. Now the question is, do we want to try to sell these pants? For people that have cloth pants, they're pretty decent, I would assume. It's just getting the prices right, because there's like one other example of a thing being sold, and you don't know if it's selling or how much anything has ever sold for. Like, a little bit more like graphs or something would be nice to have. Like the comparable for the thing that we just put in the auction house. There were two things that were incredibly expensive, but no indication that anybody's actually put bids on them, or any information at all, really. So, you never know. I'd say the auction house is probably one of the more tedious things I've had to deal with in this game. It's like, there's an entire server's worth of people, and one other person is selling the thing that you want to sell, and one other person is selling the thing you want to buy, and you just can't really get a good feel of what things are actually worth. I suppose if you played more merchanting, just trying to buy and sell stuff, you'd have more of a better idea of what's going on. But overall, it's really hard to say. Cooking. Let's make these absolutely useless roasted boar meats. And then one blood sausage. Like, that got us to 80 anyways. So all this work to make this blood sausage. As nice as it is, I'd really like to make... And it makes two. That's nice. I'd really like to find a more sustainable source of well-fed buff thingies.
How are you?
Hey, I know you're in an inn, and you're a general supplier in an inn. How would you like to buy some boar meat? Just to get an idea, this is worth 4. Oh, here's an option. What's it? Crocolisk steaks. It's a 243, which is equivalent to the mud snappers, and well fed. And I only need mild spices with it. That sounds like a pretty good option, really. New item. So now we got these pants we can sell. See if there's any new quests around the area. Surely somebody... I would have expected a quest back over in the mines to go talk to somebody about the whole dark iron business. That doesn't seem to be the case. There was a guy... Still has... like, some information on...
Well,
if this is a quest, what's the requirements for it? Okay. I think that's the symbol that means quest later. But I'd like to know when later. Like, level requirement, other quest requirements? What do you want from me? Anybody? Anybody at all?
you got my attention.
Nothing till 125. Oh, goodness. Alright. Guess that's everything here. It's good practice to just use this. Let's go put this on the auction house for whatever we can possibly get for it. I'm absolutely playing the Griffin Masters. Only paying one way. Keep coming back here for free. I believe that is called winning. Alright. Willow pants. How much are other people trying to do willow pants with? Hey, look, I have caps locks on. Willow gloves. Willow pants of the whale. So that's equivalent to what I'm saying. Buy out of 10. Alright. Now, cancel auction. Auction. Starting price 5. Buyout price 10. Nice. I'd say those are fair auctions. Now, whether or not that means I'm actually going to get the auctions is a whole nother thing entirely. But we'll see. Worst case scenario, I just chuck it into a regular shop, like all those other things we've had to do that with.
Too far away.
This is weird. It's like musical chairs. Teleportation. Fascinating. Fascinating, but also kind of silly. Where is your range? Make a fire in here. How much? Is it really so much to ask to be able to cook here? Ah. Anyways. I need a whole bunch more copper for this. I think I know where the dead mines are, but it's a dungeon, so I don't know about that. I think we're gonna go make a huge, well, if I'm gonna do this, come back here was a huge mistake, but I'm going to see if we can do anything with these trogs. It's gonna be a probably no, I can't, but yeah, probably shouldn't have come back here if I'm gonna go straight back to Thalsamar. Oh well. Well, I did come back here to put the pants in the auction house, so it's fine. It's not like it's expensive to go to Thalsamar again. So, as much trauma as I've had trying to deal with the Trog incursion, and how much they've said that, oh, I'm so great, keep going. This is the Trog leader and his guards. And I barely managed the last time with random people that showed up. So, if you feel yourself worthy, I really don't. But, look at that shield. I want it. So that's what we're going to do. Next time. Goodbye.